Vanessa parked at a small, dimly lit hotel on the city's outskirts, her hands trembling as the day's violence replayed in her mind. The neon sign flickered ominously above, casting eerie light over the cracked pavement. Beside her, Ira sat composed, defying the brutal attacks he had endured. "Don't worry," Ira said calmly. "I just need to rest, and everything will be fine." Vanessa's gaze fell on his bloodied clothes, disbelief in her voice. "Fine? Ira, you were bleeding out minutes ago." Ira nodded, explaining, "Marduk's power heals me when I need it most." Still shaken, Vanessa helped him inside. The hotel's peeling wallpaper and dusty air added to the unease, the disinterested clerk handing over a tarnished key to room 6. The room was sparse, a single bed and an old chair. Ira collapsed onto the bed, exhaustion overtaking him. Vanessa returned from the bathroom with makeshift supplies, but froze when she saw his wounds, gone as though they never existed. Trembling, she whispered, "This is impossible." Ira opened his eyes, smiling gently. "Not impossible, just different." Vanessa stared, overwhelmed by this miracle, realizing how much she didn't understand about the man before her. Vanessa watched in silent awe as Ira's wounds vanished, the bullets pushed out by an unseen force, clattering to the floor. Trembling, she picked up one of the bullets, warm yet bloodless, and whispered, "This isn't normal. It's a miracle." Ira chuckled, his voice calm. "I've been through worse. Perks of being Marduk's chosen." Her mind raced with questions about his extraordinary healing, but Ira sat up smoothly, testing his rejuvenated body. "I feel better than before," he said casually, marveling at the power at work. "How is this possible?" Vanessa asked, her voice unsteady. Ira admitted, "Marduk's power is ancient, beyond understanding. It heals me, allows me to fight Bray and his forces." Vanessa, overwhelmed by what she witnessed, whispered, "You're not just a man. You're something more." Ira smiled softly. "I'm still a man, just one with a purpose I can't abandon." Her voice cracked with emotion. "What happens to you, Ira? How much can you take?" He cupped her face, his gaze steady. "As long as I have Marduk's blessing, I'll keep going. Even if it fades, I won't stop until Bray is defeated." Vanessa, tears in her eyes, whispered, "I'm scared of losing you." Ira reassured her with a gentle kiss. "I'm not going anywhere, Vanessa." For now, amidst the chaos, they found solace in the quiet sanctuary of the hotel room, knowing the battle was far from over. The morning sun cast a pale glow through the hotel curtains as Ira sat by the window, lost in thought. Vanessa slept peacefully, unaware of the growing tension. The calmness of the previous night felt like the quiet before a storm. Darkness, relentless and ever-watching, loomed on the horizon. Ira woke Vanessa, his voice calm but urgent. "We need to leave," he said. "I need to find a Marduk temple." Vanessa, puzzled but trusting, searched quickly. "There's one in Rhode Island, 190 miles away," she informed him. As they drove, silence filled the car, thick with unspoken fears. The highway stretched endlessly, and the sky darkened as an oppressive energy closed in. Ira sensed the creeping darkness, its presence ancient and insidious. "It's here," he whispered. Suddenly, frost formed on the windows, and an icy cold filled the car. Vanessa gasped as black mist wrapped around them, seeping through her defenses. Ira, protected by Marduk's blessing, watched in horror as Vanessa's body convulsed, her hands gripping the wheel until the car swerved violently. "Vanessa!" Ira shouted, reaching for her as the battle against the encroaching darkness became dangerously real. Their journey had only just begun. Vanessa's body convulsed, a guttural sound escaping her lips as dark energy consumed her. Ira realized it had invaded her spirit. The car swerved wildly, narrowly avoiding collisions as Vanessa's grip on the wheel tightened. "Vanessa, wake up!" Ira shouted, but she didn't respond. Desperation clawed at him. He reached for her hand, channeling Marduk's light, but the dark force resisted fiercely. Ira concentrated, pouring all his energy into reaching her soul. "Vanessa, you're stronger than this. Don't let it take you." For a moment there was silence, but then he felt her spirit stir. With one final surge, Ira expelled the darkness, and Vanessa gasped as her eyes snapped open. She swerved just in time to avoid another crash, slamming the car to a halt. Trembling, Vanessa asked, "What just happened?" Ira explained she had been possessed by dark energy sent by Ninmagus, a sorcerer aligned with Bray. Vanessa shuddered. "What if it happens again?" she asked. "You're stronger than you think," Ira reassured her, holding her hand. They continued their journey, the lingering shadow of the dark energy unsettling Vanessa. Despite the growing threat, Ira's calm strength gave her hope, though she knew the worst was still ahead. Ira and Vanessa had finally reached the Temple of Marduk in Rhode Island, hidden among ancient trees and veiled in mist. The air was thick with the weight of ancient mysteries. Ira felt an unusual calm as he gazed at the towering structure. The temple, adorned with shifting carvings and a colossal statue of Marduk, exuded a timeless sacredness. As they stood in silence, Vanessa whispered, "It reminds me of a dream I had about Belshaltinana, the priest from Babylon." She described vivid visions of a temple like this one, priests in golden robes, and even Ira's presence in her dream. Her words intrigued Ira, who suggested Marduk might have brought her here for a purpose. Inside, the temple's vast hall was dimly lit by golden lamps, its air heavy with the scent of cedarwood and frankincense. The statue of Marduk loomed at the far end, emanating power and wisdom. Vanessa, overwhelmed by a sense of déjà vu, confided, "I feel like I've been here before." As they ventured further, priests in crimson and gold tended to the sacred flames. One approached them, his robe richly adorned and a staff in hand, signaling that their journey within the temple was just beginning. The priest welcomed Ira and Vanessa, his resonant voice declaring their arrival to seek Marduk's protection. Ira affirmed their mission, explaining the growing darkness and their need for divine guidance. The priest studied them, noting the divine threads entwining their fates. "The gods have woven your destinies together," he said, warning of the trials ahead to test their strength, will, and bond. Vanessa, uneasy, asked about these trials, but the priest only remarked on the need to earn Marduk's power. He acknowledged Ira's history of facing such challenges, and Ira, resolute, vowed to persevere. They followed the priest deeper into the temple, passing narrow corridors until they reached a chamber illuminated by a single golden flame, the flame of Marduk, symbolizing eternal power and protection. Kneeling before the flame, Ira prayed, while Vanessa, feeling both out of place and inexplicably connected, confessed her sense of belonging. Ira reassured her, promising they would face what lay ahead together. The priest warned that the darkness would retaliate, testing their bond and faith. United in determination, Ira and Vanessa braced for what was to come. The temple was no mere sanctuary, it was a crucible, and their journey had only begun.